Hello, so I am back again, and today I am going to talk about the space time axis. Now, some of you may not be aware of what is space time axis, so for them I am simplifying it. Now, it is being said by all. We all are sitting, we all sitting, sleeping, standing. Basically, we all are being positioned in an infinitely large coordinates of space and time as function. Means we are sitting as if on a bed cover which is a function of space and time both. We are being positioned on this space and time axis. And imagine you on a bed cover, you are sitting or you are being positioned in a bed cover. So the moment you are sitting on a bed cover, you are distorting it, right? Suppose this is the cover, this is the straight cover, and the moment you put a ball, it distorts it. We all are distorting the space-time coordinates. Okay. Now think, if I am distorting the space-time coordinates and you are also distorting the space-time coordinates, means this is a straight bed cover, you are putting two balls, this and this. The ball having more mass will distort it more, the ball having less mass will distort it less. So there is a gradient of mass with ball with low mass, with small mass, to get attracted towards the ball with higher masses. That means this actually explains the gravitational force. Okay, this actually explains the gravitational force. Now, so we are attracted towards this earth because we are distorting the space-time coordinates lesser compared to our mother earth, the planets, which have a very big mass compared to us. Now what happens, suppose that there is a big bed cover. Okay, it's not in a two-dimensional plane, it's extending and is curling over it, and then you are distorting from both these sides, from these sides and these sides. Now what happens, this distortion and this distortion, when comes and bridges the gap, bridges the narrowing between them, there is a tunnel, which is a shortcut, which shifts this mass, this ball or this distorting agent to this part of this same space-time axis, but he or she, the person, has not to travel this big distance and just entering this site with the help of this tunnel. Such type of tunnels are called wormholes. Such type of tunnels are called portals. These are shortcut portals. Science have discovered E equal to mc square. The whole equation is not like this. And the whole equation is very simplified in this form. If in the actual equation I put the value of m to be negative, then only this becomes satisfied. That means with a mass, you cannot be shifted towards the opposite side of this hole. You cannot be shifted towards the opposite side of this hole. You cannot be shifted towards the opposite side of this portal. I am simplifying it very easily because I have to give a message which I will deliver at last. Now with a mass, you can never reach this side. With a mass, with an energy, and with any of your possessing, you can never reach this side. Okay? Through this shortcut. You have to follow this whole space. And you know, maybe this place of the space-time coordinates, maybe this path is maybe a million and billion of light years away. So basically, your life will end before you traverse this distance. So technically it's impossible. You cannot. Only when you don't have any mass, you can shift from this side to this side very easily using this wormhole, this portal. So these portals are always accessible to us. We cannot see it, we cannot interpret it. That means in a massless form or in a negative mass form, you can get shifted from this part of this coordinate to this side. You understand it? So you have to become massless. This is not possible. This is simply possible when you die. Yes, you don't have any mass, ni possesses anything energy associated with it. Then what remains? That remains is the consciousness, which we know as soul. Now I have to deliver the speech of Bhagavad Gita, which says, see, this is the Bhagavad Gita. I read it from mobile. I have a Bhagavad Gita with me, though. So in chapter 7, shlokas 23, it says, Antavattu phalang tesham tadbhavatya ulpamedhasham devandevo jajo janti madbhakta janti mamapi. It means those who have lesser intelligence, lower intelligence, they worship, and their worship is temporary. What they do, they worship those deities, their Aradhya Devta, and in the end they enter that Aradhya Devta's lok. But my devotees enter my lok. Now what does this mean? Bhagavad Gita says, means, this is actually explaining the same concept. Means, whenever you die, you get shifted to the planet, to the world, to the lok, whom you seemed to have worshipped in your entire this earthly life. You be an atheist, you enter a world of atheism. You be a devotee of some deity. Maybe say you are a devotee of XYZ, this Devi, this Devta. You are entering the world of that Devta after you have died. How you reach? This is the same concept. After your death, you don't have any mass, you don't have any energy. So you can access this portal and can get shifted to that planet, to that lok very easily. But that simply transforms your soul to a new body in that lok. You possess a new mass, a new energy in that different part of the space-time axis and get reborn there. You spend a life there. But if you know the truth, this will not be a consequence of you. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says this will not be the consequence of you. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says this will not be the consequence of you. This rebirth or reborn is something which will last at that planet till Kalpkal. Now, Kalpkal, what does that mean? Kalpkal means the time which you can imagine up to the max. Now, what is the maximum year? What is the maximum time you can imagine? Some will say 10 years, some will say 10 million years, some will say 10 billion years. I will say the maximum time which you can imagine is up to infinity. We cannot imagine more than eternity. So yes, the maximum time you can imagine is the Kalpkal, is the eternity. So you will live there in that planet till eternity. Now after that, which you cannot imagine, which you cannot think, because it's your perception ability. God has not given you this perception. The concept of time does not exist for God. It exists for you. It exists for me. It does not exist for God. Say yes, you will be reborn in the planet with a time. You will spend there a time which will be till eternity. Have you understood this concept? Now, why am I telling this? I am telling this because this actually is a pure knowledge. The chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita is known as Gyan Vigyan Yog. Now I am explaining this concept of transferring through the portal with the help of this concept, with the help of this theory, with space-time axis. So what is the thing which is getting transferred? Is it mass? No. Is it energy? No, because mass and energy is interchangeable. So what is? We cannot imagine this because it is beyond our imagination. That's why Bhagavad Gita says, Nainam chindanti shastrani noinam dahati pavaka na chainam kledarantyapa na shashriyati maruta. Means it's the soul which you cannot create, which you cannot destroy by any means, by any sharp weapon. You cannot make it wet with the help of water. You cannot make it dry with the help of air. You cannot perceive it, but you have to know it. And the moment you know it, the moment you become the devotee of the entirety, the eternal truth, you get salvation, which in certain religion, certain Abrahamic faith, is known as Jannah, Swarg. The description of Jahannam is the thing which is not Jannah is Jahannam. The thing which is not Jannah, the situation, the place which is not Jannah is Jahannam. The thing which is not heaven is hell. So when you will be transferred to the paradise, that means you have got salvation. And if you get transferred your next life to a region, to a place which is not paradise, it's equivalent to Jahannam, it's equivalent to hell. Simple. And you live there till eternity. Think. Your imagination, your concept of thinking, if is not pure, you will not get salvation in the next life. You will live there till eternity. And after that, what happens will God know. Yes, after that, if He wants, there may be another universe, there may be another creation, and you will again be tested. This is not that an easy process, what people think. So be truthful in this life, be truthful and be attracted towards the truth, what is truth, and be completely detached. Avoid all these falses. Avoid all these falses. This is my purpose to create the video. I hope you understand, and many thanks for watching these 12 minutes till now. Bye.